All right, everyone. Welcome back to Awakened Reality. My name is Jeremy. Hope you are having a blessed morning, afternoon, or night, whatever time of the day that you happen to catch this. If you're not coming in live with us, thank you for watching it whenever you do watch it. And know that I love you for who you are and what you do in this world. We'll get into the conversation here in just a few moments. We'll see if anyone's going to be able to join live. Um, but you know me, I'll talk about anything to myself. So, oops, let me turn that down for a minute. Right there. Let me get this set up over here. My little my little uh my little setup here so I can see my chat. All right. Hello to the first viewer tuning in. Hope you're doing great. Welcome in. Welcome in. And gotta love that. Gotta love that headline, right? As the headline says, as the title of the video says, NBC canceling the Golden Globes from airing on their network. And I'm sure they're going to give us a reason why, which we'll look into here in just a moment. I haven't read into it too much. I like to kind of read it with you guys and present it as I'm reading it. That way, I don't form any opinions or have any you know scripted um, thoughts about it. We'll kind of check it out together. Looks like we got two people popping in already. So thank you for popping in, guys. Hope you're having a great night or morning or afternoon, whatever time of the day it is for you. Uh, Again, my name's Jeremy. Welcome back to Awaken Reality. We're here streaming live on Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook, all Awakened Reality. And you can find us. Let's see. I'll pull up our Twitch here. Let you see. Again, you're just looking for Awakened Reality. And oops, there you go. And you just look for that reality check ahead sign right there. Pretty much all our social platforms. You should be able to identify us like that right there, guys. So thank you. And again, we're on Twitter, we're on Discord, we're on Instagram, and so on and so on. And so thank you for checking us out wherever you're having a chance to view us from. Hi, Katie. How you been? Hope you're doing well. Hope you're having a great day or night down there in the Carolinas. I believe you're in the Carolinas, if I remember correctly. So yeah, we're over there on Twitch. Of course, we're on Twitter. Again, you can find me right there, Awakened Reality. You can communicate with us, follow some tweets, share some information. Of course, we're at Facebook as well. And yeah, so thanks for tuning in. As the headline says right here, it says, "Hey, go away! I don't want this thing. Why? Go away." Okay, NBC will not air the next Golden Globes, and it's of course diversity, right? Anything to keep that narrative going, huh? And I love how they show, you know, two Caucasian Jewish women, right? I believe they're both Jewish, if I remember correctly. Yeah, yep. And who's been in charge of the diversity problem? That's the question. So let's see what the narrative is that they're giving us, right? A diversity, right? Because they're going to continue, like I said, they're going to continue to push this diversity, climate change, as they realize that the um, the other narratives aren't going to get them as much attention. The Golden Globes will not be airing on NBC next year, temporarily ending a decades-long relationship between the network and the Hollywood Foreign Press Association, the nonprofit responsible for the awards. Nonprofit, my butt. Um, the network announced that it would not carry the show in 2022 after controversy surrounding the Hollywood Foreign Press Association's lack of diversity and ethical questions related to financial benefits given to some members, such as a hotel stay in connection with an Emily in Paris junket. Those revelations, first reported by the Los Angeles Times, have prompted several major outlets, including Netflix and Warner Media, CNN's parent company, to announce that they would not participate in any Golden Globes or any Globes related events until the issues had been adequately addressed. We continue to believe that the HFPA is committed to meaningful reform. However, change of this magnitude takes time and work, and we feel strongly that the HFPA needs time to do it right. As such, NBC will not air the 2022 Golden Globes, NBC said in a statement Monday. They're not airing it because nobody turned into the Oscars. Nobody. I mean, 9 million sheeple turned in with their McDonald's and their freaking cigarette, and they're glued to the TV. Like, nobody with a care about what's going on in the world right now, that is going through this great awakening, that is realizing that the things that we have put our attention into, the people, the entities, the organizations, the groups, that they have been the ones making the decisions. They have been the ones, in the media, in the spotlight, in control. And this is the world we have because of the attention we've given to them. We don't care anymore. You make bad movies, you make duplicates and remakes over and over and over again. You don't diversify for the right reasons. Now you're diversifying just because you want to create division and like the black Superman, that the big black Superman topic that's coming out. Michael B. Jordan destroyed Oprah when Oprah asked him about it, and Oprah did her little, trying to, pull the answer that she wants out of her guest, and it didn't work. I mean, Michael B. Jordan read right through her, and I'll pull that clip up in just a moment. But the whole idea of, you know trying to take characters that people are familiar with in one ethnicity and change their ethnicity, rather than just creating a new character, or giving limelight to a character that already exists of another race or ethnicity. The race bending, whitewashing, whatever you want, reverse whitewashing, whatever you want to call it, is all purposely being done to drive people into, the people that are willing to take the bait. Because remember, everything they throw out is bait. Everything you do is a choice. It all starts here for you, and then you act from here, okay? Or you don't act from here, but it should be thoughts, heart, then actions. I mean, you think of something, how does it feel? And if it feels right, not if a law says it's not right, or a group of people says it's not right, cancel culture tells you you're afraid. No. If it feels like it's the right thing to do, then that is what you need to do, especially right now with the times that we are going through. It is the most important thing that you can do, is live in your truth. Live in your bubble. You can't worry about what's going on, like in Israel right now. Yeah, it breaks your heart, but how much of it is true? How much of it is just script? How much of it is just clips of, firecrackers going off in the sky? You don't know what's really going on over there. For you to get yourself emotionally involved and to fail yourself and your family, by worrying about politicians, or worrying about uh, misinformation, or cancel culture, or any of the division tactics that they come up with, or any of the fear propaganda, the black pilling that's going on within the truth community, any of it, if it is not serving you and serving you in a peaceful way, and allowing you to just enjoy your day the best that you can, then not just get it out of your life. Just leave it be. You don't need it at all. You don't need any of it. You can only control what is in your bubble. Okay, this bubble right here, that's your reality, as Matt from Quantum of Conscious says. Anything outside of your bubble is false reality. Your reality is right here in your bubble. Okay, that is the decisions you make within your day, what you're gonna do, the direction that you're gonna head, how you're gonna choose to engage with people, how you're gonna choose to treat yourself. These are all the things that matter. You can't get caught up in, you know, what this group of people is doing, what that group of people is doing, what's going on over in this state, what's going on down the street. It does nothing for you. It does nothing for you. You know, you can only stay grounded in your bubble. That is the key to this whole exit strategy out of this chaos that we are in, is staying grounded within our bubble. That requires the meditation that requires proper eating, proper fluids, staying hydrated, proper amount of outside, all those things are going to affect you and you control those things. Okay, and if you we are the key to this. Okay, these we call us light workers, you can call us earth angels, you can call us the good guys, you can call us the 144,000. There's a lot of different, the indigo children, there's a lot of different names for this group of people that sees the world with realize to realize the realize, we are in a very and we are usually more willing to, throughout time, we beat ourselves up, or we took on a lot more than we needed at times, and so we're prepared for this situation. That's why we're awake. And it's not every day is not going to be perfect, every day is not going to be easy, but it is going to be gratifying, more than not, when you succeed, when you do what you're supposed to do, because life will bring you people, to assist in your journey, and for you to assist in their journey. You will come, you know you will come across what you need, to fight this good fight, to do this light work, to help people with their shadow work, to conquer your own shadow work. um, our bubble, our aura, our immediate, um, reality is all that we can focus on. And and by doing that, by leading that example, by being able to, every time somebody sees us, we have a smile and we can make eye contact, and we're confident, we're happy, and we're approachable, and people want to be around us. We're magnetic, and we're um, we're emulating that aura. People can feel it. People can, they just, I mean, you walk into that room, your head's tall, your chin's up, your eyes are wide, you're not afraid to make eye contact, you're not afraid to hug someone, you're not buying into the narratives of division, no matter what it is, no matter, this person's sick, you're not sick, you're going to get this person sick, you're not, don't buy it, don't buy any of it. Okay, it's all, every single thing they're doing is to try and get you to feel like you are by yourself, that you are alone, that that you can't turn to nobody, not a family member, not a government. The government's all corrupt. The Hollywood people are all corrupt. You can't trust your friends. It's all division. That's all they want to do. Okay, so we have to stay grounded, and we have a very important job to do, and it's because of how strong you are, that that you are here listening to this, or listening to this in the future, are part of these communities, in the truth movement. It is because of how strong you are. Okay, how much pain that you have already moved past, how much hurt, how much drama, how much terror that you've already conquered. It was all for this time. It was all so you could just brush all this stuff off. You could just brush it all off, and you could say, what, I don't care if it's the scares of food shortages, the rumors of war, the rumors of plague. It's all, look, it's all been foretold. We knew that this time was coming. We knew Babylon was going to be exposed. We knew that temples were going to be rebuilt. We knew that there was going to be attack on the spiritual, um, you know, the spiritual part of our being. We knew all this. So there's nothing to be afraid of right now. There is nothing to be afraid of. Okay, that's like, being afraid of these things, like what's going on in Israel. Now people are like, "Oh my God, here comes World War III, World War III." A couple weeks it was North Korea. There's always something going on in Israel. There's always something going on in Palestine. There's always something going on with China or Russia or North Korea. Iraq, Iran. It's always the same players. You're never hearing anything about freaking Argentina, or Spain, or I mean, it's always the same players. It's the shell game. They shuffle it around to keep you believing this is the end. This is it. Like the world is about to burn up in flames. Angels and demons are about to come from the sky and from the earth, and we're about to have a big battle, and the Antichrist is about to show up, and it's Obama, it's Trump, it's Macron over in France, it's Putin, it's whoever. It's all, it's all BS, guys. And it's because they want to try and keep us as unbalanced as we can. The light work, they don't care about the sheep, guys. They don't care about the sheep. Okay. They know, as the scripture says, in the end times, those with realize to realize, those that are awake, even them, they're going to be ones that will drive themselves insane with trying to figure it all out, trying to, watch the script unfold, trying to figure out, like, is this it? Like, do I need to have all this food? Da, 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 da. You aren't going to be able to prep for anything like that anyway. Okay. If anything like that was actually going to happen, you're not going to have enough ammunition. You're not going to have enough big guns. You're not going to have enough food stored. You're not going to have enough water stored. It's not going to matter. It's not going to matter. If that was ever to unfold, if we were ever to go to a dystopian end of the world like movie scenario, the steampunk world, none of that stuff is going to matter. So worrying about what you're spending your money on and buying all the wrong things and stuff instead of just being happy and doing good things and living still, like, you don't need bars to be happy. Okay, you don't need to be around strangers looking to get laid or whatever it is people are still, worried about missing. You don't need sporting events and idolizing athletes who could care less about you, who are going back to their private gated communities. And you don't need Golden Globe events. You don't need Oscar events, and that's what they realize. Okay, the Golden Globes realize, man, we can't take another hit and have more sheeple realize how many people are not giving a rat's ass about us anymore. That's what it's really about. Besides creating division, it's they just don't want to be embarrassed. They don't want any more people to wake up and go, "Wait a second. You mean we're the minority? It used to be the majority of people cared about Hollywood and entertainment and the Matrix and everything. We're now the minority." And then if we're the minority on this subject, maybe we're the minority on this other subject that's being driven, whatever it is, whatever it is. I don't care if it's pro this, pro that, anti this, anti that. They understand that Hollywood's burning, yet they call it home. Post Malone. Hollywood's burning, but we call it home. Hollywood is burning. The spells are coming to an end, and they know it. They know it. Um, Hey, Jesse Williams, thanks for stopping in. Thank you for always showing up. I really appreciate you guys. There's 5 people watching. I want you to know that's 5 I love yous coming out, guys. I mean it, and I hope you're having a great time. Thank you for tuning in. Hit the like button, guys. Hit the subscribe. Make sure you check your notifications. We know how YouTube likes to mess with certain channels. This is a brand new channel, so we're hoping to stay on good graces with the algorithm as much as we can. We've already had some brand new followers. We had a Holly Ann. If you get a chance to watch this, thank you for your kind words and joining our family. Thank you for. We look forward to catching you in the Discord. I hope you got that information. I sent that Discord information out to you. And anyone who's watching, just give us a hello in the chat. Let us know you're here. Hey, Aaron, love you, Aaron. Welcome back, Aaron. Aaron's my Instagram bestie. We have all our conversations over at Instagram. She helps me keep that account live, and so we're glad to have Aaron come in. And if you have any questions, if there's anything that you're struggling with, if there's anything um, that you need some good vibes on, that you need some thoughts, prayers, whatever you want to call it, some energy sent towards, let us know. We can't help you if we don't know who you are and what's going on in your life. But trust me, there's a lot of help out there. There's a lot of good people, especially just in our community. Alone that are more than willing to sit and listen, to lend an ear, to give a virtual hug, to do a one-on-one chat with, whether it's a face-to-face time or you know um, just communicating through one of our chat programs, our chat platforms. So we're always here for you guys. Um, I just wanted to, like I said, I want to try and start getting on daily again. I want to try and make myself available and present. I want to start putting some content out, um, and just kind of do a daily reporting on, whatever the conversation is being had out in the matrix. So we can laugh at it and not mockery. I'm not here to make fun of anyone anymore. I will. Continue to have an issue with certain things and speak up when I'm called to do so, and it's always without thinking. I will react if I see something I believe needs to be um, addressed. If I feel like someone needs to be stood up for, who doesn't have the ability to stand up for themselves for whatever the reason is. Um, I will speak on those things. But as far as I'm not here to make fun or to mock anyone. Again, these people have a legitimate fear they think they're dealing with. They have a legitimate concern about something. Whether they're handling it right is obviously up for debate. But we have to try and be the light. We have to try and be better than that which we don't agree with. We have to lead by example, as I continue to say. We have to have that self accountability. We have to try and allow that to rub off, and the more we can allow youth to see that, the more we can allow the children to see that. Uh, we can, we can expedite the heaven on earth or the shift or the rapture or whatever it is that you're waiting on. Um, but we don't want to be waiting on anything. I mean, we're all waiting, right? Life is waiting. I mean, you're constantly waiting for your exit. Your death. Okay, whatever. It's not death. It's just your exit. It's just your graduation. It's your transformation. That's it. Death is not death. Okay, there's no finite there. There's no burning pit of hell you're going to or anything like that. Trust me, you're going to make that right here on this plane of existence without anyone having to light any fires. Okay. Um, yes. Shout out to Greenleaf. Yes, Greenleaf shares a lot in the chats, and definitely tries to make themselves available to assist with others. It's Yep. Hi there. As Jacob says, buckle up. Yeah, no. And Jacob's got a great video out, new video out right now. Jacob Israel. Love him. Love his energy. Just love his energy. Like it's absolutely brilliant. Love his presentations. Love his enthusiasm. Highly recommend Jacob from Israel's channel. Matter of fact, thank you for reminding me his latest video about Here Comes the Rain. I have not watched, so when I get off here, I'm going to watch that, have a little dinner, a little late night dinner, and then maybe I'll have some more to talk about tonight or tomorrow. And like I said, I want to try and do an hour a night with you guys at the most, and wrap it up and just to check in again. I've got my energy back. I've got my balance back. I've got an enthusiasm back to what we're trying to do here. Um, I've let go of some of the anger that I was carrying inside with the platforms that we're dealing with, or the censorship, or family members not disagreeing or anything like that. It's truly just about accepting what is, um, and what is in your ability to change, and knowing the difference, knowing what is in the higher realm's hands and what's in our hands. Okay. And a lot of us have hero complex. Okay. A lot of us have a hero complex. That's why we're in this field, because we want to help. Okay. Hero complex is a great thing to have, but it is a double-edged sword. Okay. It can be, you know, it could be wearing on people around us as well as ourselves. And so sometimes we have to take steps back. We have to, you know, reflect, recharge, regroup, come back with a new perspective. Because if I'm the same person I was yesterday, then yesterday was a fail. Yesterday didn't exist as far as if I'm the same person I was yesterday, then, um, you know, there's no No point to anything like that. Let me get in Discord real quick and let everyone know. I see some Discord messages. Let me let them know we're live just in case they're not already a part of the new channel. And make sure. Let's see, live right now. All right, let me put that in the Discord. I keep forgetting that sometimes I need to advertise myself or ourselves, the channel, even to some of the platforms that we're already a part. Because again, this is a brand new channel, so not everyone has had a chance to resubscribe or hit the notification bell. So we'll see if we get a few more of our friends in here. Let me get back to the YouTube. I just closed my YouTube chat. I'm sorry. I love you guys. Oh, let me check the multi-stream too, just in case anyone. Okay, nope, no one's coming in from any of the other platforms. Twitch looks clear. Everyone's on YouTube right now. Great, good stuff. Good stuff. Let's see here. Oops, we'll go back to that. Dun, 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 dun. I am starting to get worried about Joe. Joe has not responded. Joe has not responded to any of my text. Nothing has happened with the website. We're gonna have to find out. Susan, hey, how you doing, Susan? Welcome in. Welcome in. We love you. We love you. Sending out love, sending out good vibes. Okay. Okay. Susan is in the chat. Oh yeah. Okay. 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 Let's see. Oh, I'm not live here. Let me get to the live portion. All right. I might have to post. Might have to post the link in the Discord for my peoples. Let me hit the like button for my own self. Yeah, I like my own videos. I like my own comments. I'm not afraid to admit it. You can't stop me. You can't stop me. If I'm not going to support myself, if I'm not going to like myself, promote myself, then who is? I like when people like when we end up in disagreement. One of the first things they said is, "Well, at least I don't like my own tweets." And I'm like, "Really? That's what you're worried about? Like, you, what?" I try to tell people, if you're not going to promote yourself, if you're not going to be the first one to like give yourself a high five. Like, what are we doing here? Like, have I not taught anyone anything, or have we not learned together? I'm not a teacher. No, we're all teachers. We're all teachers and students all throughout life. We're constantly learning and constantly sharing, right? How's everyone's weather going? How's the is everyone getting nice sunny days? Greenleaf, hey, Jesse was just giving you a lot of credit. Welcome in, Greenleaf. Thank you again for always being around and helping people out and sharing. We really do appreciate that. Um, especially like I said, as I had went silent for a little while, and of course I was observing and seeing and making sure that if there was a time I needed to pop in and be available, that I was. But I am so grateful for our family, sharing the load and sharing the uh, the responsibility of taking care of one another. I'm so grateful for that. So welcome in. Thanks for coming back and hanging out with us. We were talking about how the cancel culture in Hollywood is crumbling from within, and talking about how we are, um, how we're all working on staying within our bubble and not worrying about what's going on down the street or in another city or another country, not what's going on the news, but worrying about our own home, our own temple, and managing that. Um, Did you get a notice this time? Did you actually get a notification this time, Greenleaf? That's awesome. Yay. That's what we like to hear. That's great news. That's great news. Uh, you know, I love it. Today's been just, oh man, I'm just feeling great vibes. Went out for a beautiful walk, of course. A big shock. Jeremy went for a walk, right? And I was doing my litter pickup, of course. And there was this lady out like picking her grass or something. It was very meticulous. Like she was, it would look like she's weeding, but I didn't see any weeds. Like it was really weird. But I just happened to ask her because she had this trash can out there, like an indoor trash can out next door, like she was using for her clippings or whatever. I was like, Miss, I got an odd question, but do you have a large trash bag? Because this Walmart bag I have or whatever it is overflowing, and it's already this. I've already dumped it once into a trash can, and now it's full again. And I already saw so much more trash that I needed to pick up. Well, this lady and I ended up talking. Her name is Penny. Penny, I'm sending you love, Penny. Um, she was like, "Yes, I've got bags." She's like, "This is so great." She's like, I've been doing it for 20 years out here, but I'm just too tired now, and I can't keep up with it." And she told me all the story about how she's had homeowners association and the city involved and all this stuff, and that because they have this big privacy wall and then the sidewalk and all this trash is just piling up, and they have beautiful ivy all over the privacy wall and stuff, and it's just piling up, man. And the God or the universe, the Most High, led me to go a different direction, a different walking path than the path I've been normally walking, because I got it pretty much cleaned up. I mean, it's gorgeous, it's beautiful, the direction I've been going. So it was time to take a new direction, because again, the definition of doing the same thing over and over every day and expecting a different result is insanity. So it would be insane to continue to think that I'm gonna clean up more areas by only going to the same area. So it was time to take a new walk and go see some other parts of where I'm living now. And so I'm glad I did, because I got to meet this lady, and she actually was living right across of a home that we used to live in temporarily, which and right next to this home, literally right next to this home where this like the girl that got away, like everyone's got that one where they wish they would have like stepped up to the plate. And she was like that girl that I never, like uh, uh, approached in that proper manner. But it was funny. I ended up right there, and we had like a 30-40 minute talk, like just sitting on the side. I'm sitting there holding this bag of trash, and I'm like, all right, my arm's starting to get tired. Can you get me those bags yet? But she was so nice, and I wanted to engage with her. And it's like, obviously, I can talk, so let's talk to the lady. She, you know, probably need it. Hey, Aaron, have a great night. We'll see you very soon. Go get some food or some rest, or have a bath or whatever, and we'll see you on the next stream. Um, so I had a good time talking with her. She gave me a bunch of big scented trash bags. And she was like, "Thank you so much." And I was like, "You know what? I'm going to give you my phone number. If these weeds ever get up," she was talking about all these weeds right there at the corner. I was like, "If these ever get out of control, you call me, and I'm going to come down and do it free of charge." Because she had mentioned that she was, we were talking about trash pickup. She had mentioned that this area was this weeds were getting like 6 feet tall at some point. She had to like pay someone out of her own pocket to come. And I was like, well, that just shows. I mean, it's again, the system does not care about us. They don't really care about us. They don't care about us. It does not matter what narrative. It doesn't matter what side they act like they're on or what narrative they're pushing. They don't care about any of us. They will use a certain demographic or a certain group or a certain ethnicity for their agenda, like Holocaust situations or whatever, except the Native Americans. Poor Native Americans, like they literally like their genocide is, and like they never get any kind of support on anything. They never get any kind of like sympathy or anything. Like we just totally completely keep them invisible. Like that history never happened, right? Oh man. Um, I started meditating and now my life is falling apart. What do you mean? What the heck? Started meditating and now. Well, I mean, maybe I don't know if you're still listening, Aaron, but meditating is going to open up doors. And I think that's why a lot of us have a block on it, because it's going to open some doors on some things that we have to face. and that we have to deal with, and it might crumble some relationships in our life. It might just come to some tough decisions that have to be made. And I think that's why a lot of people avoid meditating. I think that's why a lot of people um, subconsciously avoid it. It's like going to face the truth, um, and having to go back through memories and go back through experiences, having to acknowledge previous decisions and things like that can be very, very tough. Um, so I will respect that she, is going through what she's going through, and she knows that we're here. Um, when the time comes when she's ready to come back. But just like me, I needed some time. I had to step away and regroup and recharge. But yeah, this whole awakening process is up and down, and it will continue to be up and down because we care. Okay, first of all, the people that are awake, it's because they're starting to care again. Okay, whether it's about themselves immediately, or they're starting to care about people around them, or they're just starting to care about subjects that really matter and not narratives that are sold. um, you know they want to start actually getting involved with some solutions. um, but and again, a lot of us want to jump into immediately starting to get involved before we've fixed ourselves, healed ourselves, become comfortable and happy with ourselves again, and balanced. So I have a huge admiration for Aaron. Aaron has been one of the number one supporters. I mean, obviously all of you guys are equal in my heart. Okay. But there are definitely been some people that have you know shown a desire, or to learn and to um, and to grow with me as a part of bringing their own growth to the table. And so Aaron has been a part of this process, and I'm very grateful. And we'll be here for. We'll be here for. You know. Yeah. When you are realigned, life will fix itself. And realigning is a roller coaster. It is. I mean, you're going to have some ups and downs, especially with the phase that we're in now. Like this end game phase 4, as Marvel wants to call it. Um, there is going to be some energy waves that are going to come in, and meditation is not an easy thing to do. It's not for everyone. It's not an easy thing to do, to just sit there, shut up, and not know what you're expecting, to not have any expectations. Is extremely difficult, because you're like, okay, well, if I'm not going to have any expectations, then how am I supposed to know it's working? How am I supposed to know when I'm receiving the gift of meditation's purpose? So it's complicated for a lot of people, but it is something that we must stick with. We must continue to practice. And she gave some great tips. Aaron gave some great tips. If you're someone who does struggle with meditation, and you're someone who has very high energy like myself, and sitting still, or if you have a lot of distractions around you, getting a sleeping mask to help block out some of the light, to help with the eye flickering, earplugs, or they even have like sound blocking headphones that you can put on. Um, you know, so that way, if you actually had to like leave your home to go meditate out in nature or something like that, you could literally go pick a spot in the woods, meditate in nature, and block out the sounds and block out the light. Um, so I'm very grateful that she is on the path that she is on, and that she is sharing it with us, even when she chooses to step away. Uh, she knows she's in our heart, and that's what we got to do. We got to control our bubble, and you know, sometimes we burst our own bubble, you know, um, which is what I think a lot of light workers tend to do. We tend to burst our own bubble. We take on more than we should at times, because, again, we care. We care, and we're empathetic to other people's situations. We don't want to see people hurt or upset. We don't want to see people struggle. We're the first ones to give out money. We're the first ones to, give the shirt off our back, or give our meal away, and we'll figure out where our next one comes from. So this is this is a process that we're all gonna go through in different phases, um, and it's gonna be all right. It's gonna be all right. I promise you that. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good, guys. And there's great, great, great people in this world that are making themselves available. Great channels. You know, um, Reminds me, I got to get my Reiki thing. It's Monday. I gotta reach out to Adriana and get my Reiki channeling thing done, which will be really cool. Oh, Aaron. Hey, yeah, I was talking about you for like that whole 10 minutes, but hey, look, just like I had to step away when I was going through my stuff, we're all like it's hitting everyone's getting it at different phases. It's there's a lot going on right now. There's just a lot going on right now, and it's it's tough when we have our own stuff to filter through, and we still care about other people and want to be there for other people. So don't you ever apologize. Oh, you didn't apologize. You just said you came back. I was like, good, don't apologize. Well, that's what I figured might be going down, Aaron. That's what I figured might be going down. And it's tough. It's tough. But this is what it's when I say that it's not about attachments. That's relationship wise. It doesn't matter if it's marital, a sexual, a friendship, a business. It right now it is of the utmost importance for us to walk in our truth and to not sacrifice that truth for anyone. And there's a difference between compromise and sacrifice. Okay, compromise there's usually a mutual ground. Okay, but if there's no mutual ground, that means it's sacrifice, and we cannot sacrifice our soul. Our soul is on the line right now. Okay, a possible reincarnation into a similar or an even worse, a dystopian, a tyrannical, authoritarian world is on the line right now, based off of what we decide to stand up for. And standing up for our soul and our truth is like I said, that's our bubble, and we can't burst our own bubble, and we sure as hell can't let other people burst our bubble, no matter who they are, no matter if they share our last name or not. Again, I refer to the fact that I walked away from my mother and my brother and my dog and the people, the side of the family that I've always been a part of, and come to realize that I the whole time I not picked the wrong side, but I'd stayed around too long. I tried for too long to um to wake people up or to constantly, and again, for us it's so obvious, the information, the data, it's like irrefutable data that doesn't make any sense to these people. It's because they're just, it's not for them. Okay, it's not for them. And that's where I was talking about earlier when it comes to us realizing that there are certain things for us it's our job down here and we're going to do our job, and then there's other things for higher realms and for the most high, and for the spirit guides and for their higher selves to deal with. There are just some people that are not going to get it. They're never going to get it in our time while we're here on the physical plane. It doesn't mean that we're not going to see them conquer it in the next reincarnation, or even, if I were to die tomorrow, see my mother or my brother have their awakening, you know, a couple weeks from now, or a couple days from now, or a year from now, and we'll still be helping from elsewhere. Because we're only going to grow in our power. We're only going to be able to, you know, expand our reach. Okay, so our strength and our superpowers are just amping up, just kicking up. That's what this whole plasma event is about, this pole shift, this CME, this cosmic DNA upgrade. Okay? Because I promise you there is a cosmic DNA upgrade happening. Okay? It's happening. Yeah, that's tough. And it's always a weird relationship. Um and I think it's because again we lost the appreciation for how powerful and how special the role of the woman was here, and we made women compete against each other. And whether they're competing over a man in their life or competing over the next generation, the son and the next woman coming in, um, it's so unfortunate what we and men have listen. Men have been through the ringer as well. The you know the idea of what it is to be a man and is being attacked right now more than ever. Uh, the idea of having strong men is being attacked, and I'm sorry to hear that you're going through what you're going through. Um, and it's cliche, but it's going to make you stronger when you make the decision that is right for you. And there's only one decision that'll be right for you, and only time will tell when you'll figure that out. And but eventually, we know that we're all going to end up in the most amazing place of bliss, that it's just a matter of taking the steps. We're just going through the steps. As Juice from the Sky talks about, the symptoms, and some of these symptoms are going to be loss. Okay. Some of these symptoms are going to be loss. And I hate to be so blunt about it. I'm not encouraging you to end a relationship. That's not by all means. I'm not encouraging that. Of course, my first thought is I hope they figure it out. That's my first hope, is I hope you and your spouse figure it out, because 17 years is a lot of history, and it's always better to go through life with somebody who's on your side, somebody that has your best interests still in their heart. But if your best interests aren't being met, then that's where you have a responsibility for you and your temple. And I'm not talking about diet. I'm to tell whole temple, the emotion, the energy, the stress, all that. You do have to, eventually stand up for yourself, because if you won't stand up for yourself, no one else is going to. I literally just had that conversation just a little while ago with someone. Um, oh, and he said if he said, hey, I'm a veterinary tech. He goes, since you're talking about love and connection and animals and all that, he goes, could you remind everyone that us techs and those people that work in the vet, the ones that truly care, that we love your animals just as much. So, you know, remember us when you lose your animals, because we lost them too. And I said, man, that's deep. That's deep. There's a reason they got into that field. And he just wanted. And I think he's going through something too. And He just like, I don't know if it's gonna make any sense. He's like, but I just want more people to know that us veterinary techs and us people. I think he deals with euthanizations and stuff like that. So he's been responsible of dealing with like putting animals down and stuff like that. And he just wanted people to know that they love your animals too, and that they feel the loss. And I think the connection there is that we're all connected, in our lives. And you know um, we can we can all experience the pain and the joy that comes with the people in our lives. This is a good guy. He was he was listening to me while I was taking notes and talking about coming on and chatting with you guys and what I wanted to talk about, because I am, instead of just getting on and winging it, I am trying to, actually have some notes and come on with, a little bit of a talking point, so we can have, a little bit more of a structure, and hopefully, gain some people to come in and hang out with us, because it's time. It's time to open the doors back up and have some more people bring in some ideas and what's working for them, or how they're handling a certain experience or a certain situation, whether it be at work or at home or you know within. Um, so, yep, yep, yep. Well, you're never alone, Aaron. You're never alone. Okay. You're never alone. Um, so don't think that. Don't think that you're not alone. That's what this group is here for. Okay. And that's why even when I wanted to walk away, the universe and you and people like yourself who made sure that you reached out, and Susan and you know, Sophia, who doesn't seem to come. Oh, she did take a job working night. People that have made sure to stay connected with me behind the scenes. Um, we're not going anywhere. This is not going anywhere. Our family's not going to go anywhere. Okay. Um, this has purpose. Okay. This group has purpose. What our overall platform's going to look like, or where it's going to end up, or how many people are going to be a part of it, doesn't matter. The fact that we exist, and the purpose of existing is so others know that they have a place to come and exist without feeling alone. You ain't got nothing to worry about on that. Okay. And you know how to contact me personally. You know how to keep the dialogue going, so we can have more of a private conversation, and I will help you in any way I can, because you definitely have helped me more than I can thank you. Okay. I still have your card and your necklace right behind me. I still have your crystal right here on the desk. I still manifest with it. I still bring in the good vibes with it, Aaron. So your heart is not going to be left out there alone. Okay. Your heart is already connected with ours. You ain't got nothing to worry about that. Okay. Now, as far as, you know, relationships changing in your life, you know, time will tell. Time will tell, you know. And the best thing you can do is lead by example. That's all you can do. And, and maybe cutting her out of your life doesn't necessarily mean having to cut him out of the life. Maybe just drawing that line and having a heart to heart and say, look, I'll back off on the subjects that, whatever, is becoming conflictive. If there's, if there's anything to be salvaged, if there's any part of you two that still make each other happy, that bring each other daily happiness without having to discuss the same subjects, um, then great, awesome. I'm still hopeful, um, because heartbreak it's heartbreak. It sucks. It sucks, but you're definitely not alone. As Jesse says, hang on in there, Aaron. Be strong. Reach that 17-year split, and I made it through, and still there is love. Yes, there is love. Times of the duality, higher and lower self. Yep, that's my roller coaster. I'm like I said, I'm like a spring. I'm just like bouncing back and forth. No doubt about it. Yeah. Well, I think Aaron is more concerned. I'm not speaking for Aaron, but I think the financial responsibilities and things like that. There's a lot more that weighs into it, um, than just like I don't have someone to sleep in my bed, or I don't have somebody to come home to and eat a dinner with. There are, especially in the state of the world right now, where you know um, jobs are limited for certain people based off of what they're willing to deal with, or like me, I refuse to go back into the workforce right now to be silenced. If you catch my drift, I don't want to be silenced. I don't want to be covered, um, because I'm desperate to get back out there. I would love to find, and I'm hoping that something comes my way, because yeah, I would love to have a little bit of money come in my way to do a little bit of this or a little bit of that. I've got ideas, but no attachment, No stress. I'm not going hunting for it. I'm not going searching for it. I have everything that I need. I'm blessed. Okay, we're talking about this is again desires, and it would be desires to help other people, but I can do that just by sitting down and talking with people. I could do that just by listening. I don't have to I don't have to fix the whole world's problems by, paying their rent or buying homeless people food or, getting sending clothes to, um, the one frozen kid in Antarctica. I don't know if there's any kids in Antarctica. It's all science labs up there, right? But you know what I'm saying, my friends. You know what I'm saying. Let's see. Oh, I was gonna go see what Twitter was talking about. See if anything was trending. Israel, yep, lots of chaos going on in Israel. Rumors of war, rumors of plagues, and I'm not saying it's all rumors. I'm sure that there's always stuff going on over there, but it has no effect on what's happening to me right now in my day. So for me to get stressed about it, or be upset about it, or be afraid it's coming my way, if a war shows up on my doorsteps, it shows up on my doorsteps. I'm not gonna sit and I'm not gonna sit and be afraid of it all day long. It's like not getting in a car because I'm afraid that today's the day I'm gonna get in a car accident. Like the odds are more likely that I will get in a car accident and die tomorrow than a war will show up at my doorstep. Still, I still go out and get in the car, right? I still, or go for my walk. It's still more likely that I'll get hit by a car or struck by lightning or gunned down by someone who doesn't like my skin color or whatever. But it doesn't stop me. It doesn't stop me. So we can't buy into the fear. Um, and again, nobody's talking about anything of relevance except Atlas Shrugged was again. If you haven't watched Atlas Shrugged. I highly recommend watching Atlas Shrugged. They mock it all the time because of how much truth is in it. This is why. The reason why it's trending is look, you're on a first date with someone and they tell you the name of their favorite book. You immediately leave. Why do people have this such a negative opinion about Atlas Shrugged? Why has it been programmed into the collective consciousness that it's a joke, that it's laughable, that it's you know that it's worthy of mockery? Because there's truth in it. Because there's truth in it. It's like the whole anti-Semitic thing. Why can't you? Well, because there's probably truth to some of the subjects that they want to immediately label anti-Semitic. But you can laugh and joke about owning all the banks and owning all the Hollywood studios and all that. But the minute somebody points it out, minute when people want to point out the amount of money that's funneled over to Israel, it's anti-Semitic, right? You're not even a real ethnicity. You're just a made-up religion. Get over it. Stop. You're not an ethnicity. You're not. There's no such thing as a Jewish ethnicity. No. It's just a religion. It's just a term. And science is a religion. This new doctor never mind. This new normal build back better narrative that we've been dealing with, this new thing going on in the world, um, is the same. It's the same exact thing. Stay in your bubble. Stay in your bubble, right? That's all we can do. And know that my heart, my arms, and my door is open to any one of you guys at any point in time. You will always have a place with me. You sleep on my couch, you come over and hang out, you pick up the phone, you FaceTime me, you text me, you email me, whatever it is. Like my man Michael Jackson says, I will continue to quote, he's got the greatest album lineup of ever. You are not alone. I am here with you. Okay? You are not alone. And it starts with the man or the woman in the mirror. Because I'm talking about the man in the mirror. I love it. Love Michael. Shout out. Shout out to Mike. All right, let's see if we get any. We're gonna do a scroll through the my personal Twitter feed because we just hit that hour mark. 8 viewers watching. Do I got 8 thumbs up in the likes? Give me them thumbs up, guys. Make sure you're subscribed. Hit that bell. Check it out. Make sure you check us out on all the other platforms as well, guys. And thank you for hanging out with us. Let's scroll through the Twitter and see if there are any positive things that the personal people I follow are talking about. What is the best advice that you have ever received? It's very simple. Go within. Simple as that. Shout out to Danny to pounding it back in my head to remind me how important it was and to stop avoiding it. And again, thanks to Aaron who uh, kept me motivated to get back on track and keep it going. Well, these are some pretty skies, huh? Look at them. It's almost purple as pinkest, huh? Purple rain, purple rain. Does anyone know any plants, natural treatments that help with depression or anxiety? Yeah, cannabis. Duh. There you go. Let's see. Let's see. Organized religion not teaching you that the higher power you pray to is literally within you was all the proof I needed. It was a scam. Not to mention all the esoteric knowledge that the public has been discouraged from exploring simply because it was labeled paganism. Okay, well, we just told what was the greatest advice you ever got. Go within. Here you come down, and this is not related to the same tweet, so that's synchronicity. This is completely separate, completely not related. So there you go. And then it also has what we were just talking about, how the Atlas Shrugged. Anything that has any truth to it is mocked and considered, taboo or whatever it is, and that's the same with going within and meditating. You're immediately considered. I remember when I first tried to start explaining to people that I was into researching the pineal gland and Freemasons and all this stuff, and automatically I was in a cult. Automatically, Jeremy has done jumped into a cult. And because I'm talking about love and eating right and the pineal gland and all these things, crazy, crazy. It's immediately mocked, right? Who else has noticed time warps around them? Absolutely, no question. Time is shortened and speeding up. Abs. I think that's how you spell absolutely. I had to think there and spell it out in my head. You guys watch me have my freaking elementary moment there. Sound it out. Absolutely. Break it down. Break down the synonyms. I believe it is. All right, is that what it is? You don't need all that food. Starting eating once a day. I agree. You don't need all that food. You don't need all that food. One of the biggest lies is that breakfast is the most important meal of the day. I heard that just recently and it just boom. I was like, there's a reason they call it break fast is because you're breaking your fast. Like you go to sleep and you're finally starting a fast. And you do not have to break it first thing in the morning. You can let that fast go and start doing its job. You already have a head start on it. You know, um, very important, very important. So I completely agree with Jeff. You do not need all that food. And again, think of how much money you're spending just on food. I think most people spend a third of their income on food, a third of their income on rent, and a third of their income on entertainment, miscellaneous material BS, whether it's cable subscriptions, cell phone subscriptions, Netflix subscriptions, your clothing, you know, habits, cigarettes, drugs, alcohol, cannabis, medicine, whatever. Think about if you had a third of your money back because of just changing how much you eat and how much you waste because of how you shop and buying 2 or 3 weeks at a time and then never touching some of the things in your cabinet and end up having to throw them away because they've went expired. You know, you don't have to shop like that. You don't. You don't. You can go shopping more frequently and get smaller amounts. You can shop daily if you want to, especially if you don't have to deal with any of the silencing, and making you uncomfortable. Um, you know, and stick. You could still have curbside pickup for I think a minimum of like $30, which if you're eating healthy, $30 is pretty much like 2 days worth of food, 3 days worth of food these days. If you're eating the same way you're eating, but if you're eating once a day, and that just means one sit down meal, a couple snacks throughout the day, some juice or a smoothie or something like that. To depending on, and again, it depends on how much energy you're exerting, the temperatures outside and stuff like that. If you're sweating, if you're out in the sun, it's beating you up. It's going to drain your energy more, so you might need a little bit more replenishment. Let your body tell you and know the difference between craving and actual hunger. Trust me, none of you know what hunger is like. Okay. And there might be a situation here where someone will be like, actually, I was homeless for a year or whatever. Okay, that's not what I'm talking. I'm talking about most of us who have been in the matrix, who have had families and jobs and stuff, and a pretty what you would call a normal matrix life. None of us have went hungry. I don't care if you went a week without food. It's called fasting. You weren't hungry. You were breaking cravings. You were breaking the addiction to food. Okay, because food is an addiction. It's not used properly. It's not used as medicine like it's supposed to be. It's not used as replenishment for the temple. It is used as a detriment to the temple. Because again, as Miss Aaron just said, everything's backwards in this reality. The polarity is flipping now. Okay, but remember, the pole shift that matters. I don't care what pole shift you're paying attention to. The pole shift that matters is the pole shift within, and I like to call it the shift. You could call it the shift from the left to the right, or as I like to say, the shift from north to south, which is from the head, getting out of the head and getting back within to the heart, getting into the magnetic electrical force that is your heart. It is a generator. It's not a pump, it is a generator. Okay. Um, yeah, Costco and Scams Club is a scam. It's a scam. There are a few things in Costco and Scam Club where you actually get some value for it. But other than that, like they really want to get you in, and that's why they have all the electronics right up front and clothing up front, and they have very limited brands, and they have very they stop a lot of companies from getting in with good products. You get big bag, so you can get a big bag of Doritos and have even more junk food. You can get some toothpaste, but if you can find and know, do your homework. You got to know, okay, is this bundle actually better than the prices I'm buying over here at my local market? And how much more of it am I saving? Because is it worth me giving it to the mom and pop's place or the smaller place? Or, am I actually gaining value? So where I am making these savings, I can then in return take the savings and help my community and help my life and the people around me in a better way rather than having a 5 pound bag of freaking Doritos in my cabinet or 50 rolls of toilet paper for the shit storm coming my way. All puns intended there. All puns intended. uh, Sorry guys, as you can see, my energy is definitely back. I think it's because the beard's coming back. We got to start giving credit back to the beard. It's finding its way back already. It's starting to tickle the chin a little bit, and tickle the cheeks of other when I give them hugs, which I haven't been able to give anyone a hug in a very long time. It's been a very long time since I've actually had contact with anyone physically in any kind of aspect. Not even like a handshake or a high five. I don't think. I think I've had an elbow tap a couple times with people throughout this chaotic spin that the world is going through here recently. But yeah, no, I don't even think I've had a high five with anyone. Unfortunate. Let's see. Let's go through. We'll give it a few more minutes here. Give about 5 more minutes. We'll just let's see. If you understand frequency, everything is explained. EMF, Wi-Fi, and ty- what is that? Tinnitus? We'll make it up as it go. Is there a link? Let's see what you got here. Unbelievable fact. In the late 1960s, there was a large development in the use of electromagnetic frequencies, EMFs, in the atmosphere for weather manipulation and military applications. Well, yeah, we see that all the time, don't we? Connecting consciousness. EMFs are known to disrupt concentration, cause dizziness, fatigue, etc. It's not etc. By the way, it's etc. Et. Things people say wrong. Pointer. These same years, these same years saw a 600% increase in automobile and industrial accidents. Keep in mind, there are profits made from accidents and insurance claims by private insurance companies. Of course, that's why I don't have insurance. I drove most of my whole life without insurance, without proper tags, with all that. Because again, if you're not, I promise you, you're gonna attract that stuff. If you block all that stuff out and it doesn't exist to you, those laws are not for you. You're not, if you're not drinking and driving, if you're using your turn signals, if you're in the moment, if you're paying attention to what you're doing, you're not going to get in accidents. You're not going to need insurance. Those things are not going to happen to you. You are protected from somewhere else when you are in the moment. When you are in the moment, you are in the moment. You've got all the protection you need. We know about all those things. Blank is silent weaponry, microwave technology that has never been tested to see if it's safe. Well, we hear the rumors, right? We hear the rumors. True stuff, right? Yeah, who knows? Tesla might be a character. Tesla might just be a character. Yeah, we don't know. We don't know. Again, Tesla's no more real proven to me than, Jesus walking to earth. I wasn't there. I don't know. It ain't none of my business. Again, my bubble, my reality, what I can control, what I can prove, what I can affect. That's all I got to focus. That's all I can focus and put energy into. Here's some information just in case you weren't aware. Twix candy bars are possibly the worst candy bar for you. You can choose if you are looking at nutritional facts. One 2-ounce package has 280 calories, 27 grams of sugar, and as much saturated fat as 11 strips of bacon, which one strip of bacon apparently takes 9 minutes off your life, if that's real. Nope, that's not a typo. 11 strips of bacon. Again, what we consume is of the utmost importance. And again, I say music, entertainment, information, consuming whatever you're consuming, energy from people around us. What we consume is the most important thing about what affects us and our development, our energies, our attitudes, our experience. Yep, global warming, right? Look at all that. Look at all that. It's May and it's still snowing. Not that snow is that awkward in May or that rare. Late snowstorms in May are yearly. They come back every year. Well, that's good. I'm not going to read it out loud. Just saw 5 people in the store not silenced. People are slowly starting to wake up from the BS. Anyone else notice this? Yeah, man. Yeah. I try and see the positive in all of this, guys. I do, and I mean that's what this channel and this community is about. We try and look at the positive things that are going on. There's going to be negative things that are bouncing around, but the negative is there to show us where the positive remains. Where is the darkness is there, so we've recognized the light. It's that simple, you know. We have to welcome the light back in. We have to welcome it back in, and we have to shine our light to help others as well. It's time for it's time for star seeds to unite and map the way forward. What are we sitting here talking about? I mean, come on now. Come on now. I mean, it's the best way to start healing abandonment issues is to stop abandoning yourself. Stand up for yourself. Love thyself. Know thyself. Go within. Watch me work. The soul is rooted in love and deep-seated well-being. Release the ego and let the soul run the show. What did I say? The pole shift, right? The pole shift. Going from here and where does love come from? Love is represented with what, right? How do I make a heart? right? That's like love is represented by the heart, okay? So in order to get back to love, where do you need to be acting from? The heart. Let's see what this one says. Uh, it says this: the incredible important nuance, a distinction with a difference, a very big one, is that no AC generator actually generates power at all. Rather, they manifest it. Manifesting. We are generators. What was I just talking about? Look, do you see the way synchronicity just pops up when you're actually in tune with your own energy and your own, like, you're just going to be connected to all of the things that are uh, right there in your school of or your community. It's amazing. This is also the position of the gods of field theory, a la Tesla, J.C. Maxwell, O. Heaviside, and others. Dollard, for example. There is 100% zero transmutation of work from wind, water, hydroelectric, nuclear, steam turbines, coal, etc. into that of electricity. None. This is an incredible fact, is not mentioned in any college and no book of modern electrical theory at all. It's because we don't talk about the electromagnetic universe. Everything's mechanical and gravitational and elect man-made electric. It's all BS. Um, Not a single one. An AC generator, all breeds of them, are a field arch form, such that when their geometry is changed with respect to a time variable, they create a temporal torsion, the torus field. Okay, and that's what I keep talking about. Your bubble. You got to keep your bubble. Stay in your bubble, people. Um, let's see. They create a temporal torsion and resultant ether perturbation for the manifestation of power. Likewise, all AC motors are a magnet. Magnet. Generator. Magnet. Let's see. Turned inside out, wherein which the magnetic field is at the center and the dielectric plane. Torsion reflectance plane of low magnetic permeability is on the outside. Tesla said, "My greatest discovery is not that of my AC motor, but that of rotating magnetic fields, a discovery for which shall last for all time and be the grounds of all energy. And as above, so below, as within, so without." Okay, everything that they build, every computer, every city, every temple, every mechanical it all is based off of how our own body works from within. And it's the same map in the sky. It's the same rotations, it's the same system that they're looking at through telescopes that we have inside of us. It's the same thing. And we don't need a telescope to observe to figure it's all right here inside of us. Okay? Yeah, freeze-dried stuff, awesome stuff. Freeze-dried, good stuff. Yep. Dehydrated foods are good to stock up on. If you're gonna have snacks, you want snacks to lay around. Dehydrated foods are good for you. Get some fruits. All right, we're gonna see what this.
But anyways, those people. Good morning, TikTok. I've already posted like 2 videos. Anyways, I get a ton of comments and messages from people saying we had no idea what's going on in Canada. And some people think I'm lying too, which is ridiculous. But anyways, those people aren't relevant. The crazy thing is I had no idea what was going on in Australia or Brazil until this last week. I didn't know about Australia until last night. And then I sat there crying for like 45 minutes straight. It's kind of like we're in a movie. This shit doesn't seem real, so some of us choose to act like it's not. And I was saying to my mom, media blackout has already started. We only see what the media wants us to see. They don't want us to see what's happening in Canada. They don't want us to see what's happening in Australia. They don't want us to see what's happening in Brazil. God knows where else in the world, because the more people see, the more people wake up, the more people become united. And that's when the government's going to have a problem. It's not just a fight for our country. It's a fight for every country. It's a fight for children. And if you think you're fine because of where you live and it's not happening, you're wrong.
You are wrong, but you got to stay. You have to. When it hits your grounds, you'll be ready for it. But to be stressed and worried and turning to alcohol or turning to over binge eating and comfort foods or whatever it is, whatever uh, the source of comfort you're gonna try and turn to by paying attention to these things that are outside of your control, they do you no justice. Being aware of them, being aware and being awake is one thing. Sitting and dwelling on things out of your control is completely different. Okay. I think all of us here in this community are very aware of what's going on around the world because we have a community from all over the world. We have people that tune in from all the way from Turkey to Vietnam to Thailand to all different states over the country to Australia. I mean, we've got people everywhere in this community. So we're very much connected. And we were talking about that earlier. Yeah, absolutely. They definitely it's the same reason they're shutting down the Golden Globes. Okay, they're gonna it's a blackout. It's a part of the blackout. It's because they don't want people to see they don't want another ratings like they don't want that to be public. They don't want it. They don't want it. And I'm not saying that but maybe they'll put the Golden Globes on another network and they'll blame NBC or whatever. And then they'll have an excuse for why the ratings were low, right? They'll be like, well, we had to change another network and it's our first time dealing with it. And, we had some rough bumps and blah, 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 whatever. It's because they know the bullshit is up. The bullshit is up. Raise your hand if you're the black sheep of your family and proud. Yes, I'm the black sheep of my family and I'm proud. Not full of pride. I'm comfortable with that decision. What a joke this person is. This person is just a character. This guy is playing his role. He is not one of the people. He is not anti-system. He is not, Tony Stark. He is just a character. And I'm told the SNL performance that they just did, the show, was one of the worst SNLs in the history of SNL. Like it was just cringe, cringe, cringe. Over 73,000 people at the Cowboys Stadium last night, and the crowd was electric. Yeah, that was the boxing match that just happened Saturday night, I think it was. And again, I don't buy. I will reserve. I don't believe that these governors in these states are against this. I don't. I believe they're playing their role. They're playing their script. I believe they want a bunch of people to move to these areas. I believe they absolutely want people to flee to these areas for whatever reason, whatever it is that they're going to try and do next. This is all a part of the script. This is all part of the narrative. Um, so they want you to maybe sell your house and take a loss on it just to move so they can gain more money from you. Whatever. I mean, again, I don't need to be around mass amount of people to enjoy my life. I don't need to be around a bar full of people. I don't need to be at a stadium full of people. I don't need any of that. Hey, we can come hang out in my backyard. We can go to the park. I'll go to the park with you. We'll have a party. I'll stand up to any police officer, anyone that wants to come by. I know all the right words to say. We'll tell them to mind their business and have a nice day. We don't need their attractions in order to get back to congregating with one another and hanging out. We just have to start doing it. You just have to start doing it with people that are in your areas that are willing to hang out with you and not worry about what your neighbor down the street is if they're going to rat you out and play Karen the rat caller. Your herd immunity is BS. We're not livestock stock acting like it. Yeah, well, there's nothing to be. Yeah, I don't know what they're doing with all that crypto. I know a lot of people are getting into all that crypto. Like I said, it ain't for me. It ain't for me. Well, anyway, guys, let's get this wrapped up, guys. I want to just remind everyone, first of all, thank you guys. I love you guys all, no matter if you're watching this right now live or you're catching this at another time. Again, we are streaming right now live to both to all three YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook, so you can check us out on any platform. Um, if you want to communicate outside of streams or comments in the videos, you can reach us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook Messenger, Discord. I highly recommend joining the Discord chat. I will throw it in the live chat once again, um, because it is definitely your best place to connect with all of us um, on a consistent basis, with sharing information and connecting with one another. So definitely recommend the Discord as your, if you're only going to pick one place to come hang out, Discord right now is where it's at. Okay. Um, and again, double check that like, double check that subscribe. Make sure you have that bell on, and we'll throw that in there. That's your Discord link right there. You come by and hang out with us throughout the whole day, day or night. And again, you can turn notifications off if it's something where you can mute notifications, where you can take breaks on not being annoyed at work or while you're hanging out doing your thing, but know that it's there and ready for you to come join at any point in time. I love you guys very much. Take care of yourself first, and then try and help somebody else second. Okay, but do both. Okay, do both. I love you guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with me, guys. We'll see you again tomorrow. My name's Jeremy. This is Awaken Reality. From my heart to yours. We'll take care. See you soon.